So today I want to talk about one of the more controversial topics that have been going around on YouTube lately, and that is the whole depressed YouTubers thing. Because I've seen an entire 11-part series and going on this. I've seen Drama Alert come chiming in on this. I've seen other people chiming in on it. I just want to say, first of all, depression is real. Depression is a psychological illness, and depression is not an on-off switch. You can't just turn it off and be fine, or turn it back on and play the victim card. It doesn't work that way. So, a lot of people, a lot of creators, especially bigger creators, have been losing that zeal, that drive, that got them where they are in the first place. And they've been going through depression. And I've seen this from PewDiePie, from Markiplier, from Out of the Mills. I've seen it from Boogie2988, where the whole thing just gets to them, where it becomes a grind rather than an actual enjoyable experience. And I'll say, I've had that experience myself, where some days I get up and I'm like, I don't really want to do any videos today. Why do I have to do videos? Because I promised. One of the biggest contributors to this kind of a thing is not that the person's life is bad, or that the person's life isn't the greatest, or that they don't have the latest stuff, or they don't have the most money, or it's none of that. To be honest, most YouTubers beyond the realm of 1 million subscribers is probably pretty well off. I'm talking about the stress. Now, stress is a very, very real thing. And when you've got a job that depends on the whims of a computer program to determine whether or not you make money or lose money, that can make you pretty neurotic in and of itself. But I think the worst bit is when content creators start to see their worth through the eyes of their viewers, to see their worth through the enjoyment that other people get from their content. Oh, today's video didn't do so well. What did I do wrong? Or something like that. It's just, when you become the entertainer of thousands, if not millions of people from around the world, you tend to become a bit worried about disappointing them, about making them feel like they aren't getting their money's worth, even though they're not paying you a damn dime, unless they're paying you on a platform like Patreon or something. But even then, even if they're not paying you a damn thing, they've still got to sit through ads at the beginning of your videos, or even in the middle of your videos, or at the end. They've still got to sit through paid promotions for different products that you review or whatever. And sometimes you can feel quite inferior if a significant amount of your fan base says, I didn't enjoy that last video. And it's a very real thing. Another big thing is, with being so large in the eyes of the public, you get attention, and not just positive attention either. You get negative attention from the crazies, from the gold diggers that just want your money, from the companies that want you to sign on for their new product and promote it and yada yada. It can be it can be a pretty hectic day just going through life for one day as a bigger YouTuber. Believe me, I can imagine it. I can imagine Boogie2988 getting streams of email from potential clients, potential sponsors, potential brand deals, potential this, potential that. We want you to sign on with us exclusively, yada yada. And it can be a bit much for any one person, and even a team of people can be overwhelmed easily by all of this stuff. Another big thing is that when you make content creation your job, um, you have to realize that the show goes on or you starve. Um, to quote a character from a Doctor Who episode, it's the depression, baby. The show, you might break your heart, but the show goes on, and if it doesn't, you starve. Basically, if you don't continue creating, you could lose your livelihood. And I know that's not a real reality for everybody, but it can be. If you're just at the cusp of making enough to be able to earn a living on, and then you have a mental breakdown and you want to quit, you get that thought in the back of your head, well, if I quit, I'm as good as broke. If I quit, I'm as good as throwing away everything I've worked up to, because I know I'll never get back there. I know I'll never get back to that place if I stop now. And that may be true for a lot of people. So there are a lot of stressors. There are a lot of factors that go into the idea of, well, I'm depressed because I'm a YouTuber. I've got my dream job, but I'm depressed. I mean, really, anyone can have depression. It's been shown that celebrities suffer from clinical depression, suicidal tendencies, and other issues because of the fact that fame isn't everything. Remember the words of Professor Snape. Fame isn't everything. Just because you're famous doesn't mean you're happy. Just because you're rich doesn't mean that you don't worry. Just because you have the greatest life you could have doesn't mean you still don't have dark moments. Because believe me, it's a cold day in hell when somebody at the top doesn't feel lonely sometimes. I'm just saying. So when you think critically of a bigger YouTuber when they say they need a break, and you think to yourself, oh, what's he need a break from? Maybe rethink it and think, I wonder what's going on. I wonder how I can help. I wonder how I personally can reach out and say, I care, and it's going to be all right. Because it will be. For a lot of the bigger YouTubers, it will be. And for some of the smaller ones, they'll find a way through if they really want to. But for people like PewDiePie and Markiplier and all of them, it's a lot harder because there are a lot more people expecting you to still be okay tomorrow, even though you may not feel okay today. So that's just my spiel on the whole thing. What do you think? What's your opinion? Do you think that YouTubers have it too easy? Do you think that they've got a pretty hard job? Do you think YouTubers just need to stop complaining and get to work? Leave your comments down in the comments section below. I love reading them and then starting up a conversation with you. And so I will see you guys again soon. I hope you have a wonderful day. And until next time, stay safe, stay happy, and above all, just do what it is that you love. Bye.